Hi, this is Manoj Yadav and you are watching my channel Mechanotherapy. So, dear students, today we are going to discuss stress strain curve for ductile materials. Now, this stress strain curve is achieved experimentally on Universal Testing Machine UTM. First of all, we take a specimen and hold this specimen in two jaws of the Universal Testing Machine UTM and then start applying the load. Now as we apply the load, the deformation occurs, and this load and deformation both are recorded by a pen recorder on a plain paper, and in this way we get this stress strain curve for ductile materials. Now I will explain all the points in this stress strain curve. First of all, from O to A we have limit of proportionality. As we start applying the load, due to this load stresses are induced in the body, and due to these stresses strain occurs and the length of the body changes, or length of the specimen changes. Now during this region O to A, the stress is directly proportional to strain, and the material follows the Hooke's law. So this O to A is known as limit of proportionality. Now beyond point A, as we increase the load, the material on removal of load attains its original shape and size, but the graph becomes slightly non-linear. So this point B is known as elastic limit. Up to elastic limit, the material can achieve its original shape and size on removal of load, and after point B, that is after elastic point, permanent deformation occurs in the material. So beyond point B, as we apply more load, we get deformation, and that is known as permanent deformation. So beyond point B, the yielding starts. Yielding means we apply just a little force and get a lot of deformation. Now during yielding we get 2 points, one where we have higher stress and another where we have lower stress. These points are known as upper yield point and lower yield point, but in some materials this both these points are very near to each other, and that's why here we have taken the C point as the yield point. Now after yielding, necking in the material starts. As we apply much load, material the area of the material reduces from in between somewhere. So due to that reduction in material, stresses are generated. As you know, sigma equal to P by A, stress equal to load upon area. So when area will be reduced, stresses will be increased. So from point C to D, the stresses are highly increased, and at one point we are having the maximum stresses. That point D is known as ultimate tensile point. So up to ultimate stress tensile point, we have the stresses 100 times the stresses than B point. Now after this ultimate stress point, as we increase the load, the material fails and it breaks. So this point E is known as fracture point or failure point or breaking point. So this is all about stress strain curve for ductile materials. The only difference between stress strain curve for ductile materials and brittle materials is that in brittle materials plastic region is not there. That is, we have only A and B points in brittle material. In stress strain diagram of brittle materials, there is no plastic region, that is B, C, D and E points are not there in the stress strain diagram of brittle materials. So this is all about the stress strain curve for ductile materials. Thank you everyone.